Two-factor authentication enhances business security by adding an extra layer of protection beyond just passwords. It reduces the risk of unauthorized access, safeguards sensitive data, and helps prevent cyber threats like phishing and credential theft. By requiring a second verification step, we ensure only authorized users can access company systems, improving overall cybersecurity and compliance. So let's see how we can enable two-factor authentication in CloudConnexa. Once you're logged into admin user interface, as you can see on the screen, expand settings and go to user authentication. You can see the two-factor authentication here. It is disabled by default. Click on edit on the top of the page and again scroll down and enable the two-factor authentication. You can also allow trusted devices. What that means, you can give the ability to users to mark a device as trusted for a 30-day period. So once they do that, the two-factor authentication is not enforced for those trusted devices. I'm going to leave that unchecked for now, and we're going to click on update. Again, we're going to configure that we're changing this from disable to enable right now. Confirm that. Now let's look at the user experience when the two-factor authentication is enabled. I'm going to go to users and I'm going to create a user here. So the username is going to be Monica. For the user group, we can choose what group Monica is member of. Let's say Monica is part of sales group, and then we can type the first name and last name. The last step is sending the invitation email. This is where we need Monica's email address. So I'm going to just type the email address and click on add user. Now Monica will get an email giving her instructions how to download the Connect app and import her profile. So as you can see, Monica's account has been created here, but the status shows created. It's not active yet. Once she logs in for the first time, set up her password, and her status will change to active. So let's go ahead and look at the email. Here it is. This is the email that Monica received. So as you can see, there's some information here such as Cloud ID, username, and temporary password. And there are 4 steps that the users can follow to import her profile, her or his profile, into the Connect app, including the downloading Connect app. Now, I'm going to bypass the first step because I already have the Connect app installed on my computer. So I'm going to open up my Connect app here. As you can see, I already have a lot of profiles here. Normally, when your user install the Connect app for the very first time, there's nothing here. They're going to come at this window. Basically, they have to type their the Cloud ID here. So let's go ahead and try this. We're going to get the Cloud ID here and then come back, paste it in this field. Then we're going to click on next. This is where it's telling us the authentication is needed. Basically, once we click on sign in, it's going to ask us for the username, which is Monica. We have it. And then it's going to ask us for the temporary password. So I'm going to copy the temporary password here and come back to this window. So we're going to go ahead and click on sign in. And as you can see, we got this window here. So we're going to type Monica's username, and I'm going to paste that temporary password here. Click on sign in. Very first time when a user logs in, they need to set up a password for themselves. So here we go. We're going to set up a password for Monica and then click on save. Since we have these two-factor authentication enabled, this is where Monica needs to set up the Authenticator app on her phone and get the authentication code every time she needs to log in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and scan this QR code on my Authenticator app on my phone, and then I'm going to click on next when it's done. Now it's asking for the code that I can see on my Authenticator app. So I'm going to type that here, 437, and then click on verify. So again, this is what she needs to go through for the very first time when she logs in. Then she needs to choose the region closest to her. So let's say that Monica, she's in Los Angeles. So we're going to choose Los Angeles and we'll click on continue. At this point, it's going to tell us that it's going to open the OpenVPN Connect app. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And here we go. It's going to confirm that it's going to import the profile. We're going to import that. So we can see Monica's profile is here. Again, I have many profiles in this here, Connect app, but normally a user has his or her own profile only here. From now on, anytime Monica wants to connect, she just comes to here, open the Connect app, and toggle the switch. Once she toggles the switch, then the authentication methods is going to kick in. So before we do this, let's go back to CloudConnexa, and I'm going to refresh this page here. So we can see that Monica's account now is active because she's already set up her password. So let's go ahead, bring up the Connect app, and we're going to toggle the switch to connect as Monica here. Now it's asking for authentication needed. Let me bring up the browser. It's going to open up another browser here asking for the username password. So I'm going to type the username, Monica, and the password that she just chose for herself a few minutes ago. And then we're going to click on sign in. And here we go. Multi-factor authentication method is in play. It's asking for our code from our authenticator app. I'm going to type that in here and click on confirm. And we are connected. So this is how you enable multi-factor authentication, and you saw the user experience as well.